Welcome to BossUp Babes, helping babes show up, boss up, and thrive. With #1 best-selling author, global influencer, and ultimate boss babe, Karissa Adkins. Karissa is a health and wellness expert and CEO of the 365 Daily Hustle, here to help mompreneurs and career-focused women boss up and reclaim their healthiest life. She is a pro at cutting through the BS and inspiring massive breakthroughs that help women create healthy routines and habits that facilitate personal and professional growth. Are you ready to reclaim your best life, take action, and be a badass boss babe? Let's get to it.
What up, ladies? Welcome to another BossUp Babes episode. I am your host, Karissa Adkins. I'm the #1 mindset and health expert for impact-driven lady leaders and coaches. Impact-driven lady leaders hire me to help them boss up their bodies, their mindsets, and of course, their businesses. But what does boss up mean? It really just means I help them take courageous action steps to boss up to the next level of greatness when it comes to building their epic body, when it comes to creating a strong and resilient mindset, and when it comes to strategizing and growing and scaling their online businesses. So grab a pen and paper, because today I'm giving you lots of strategies, including my proven framework, to help you go from blah to badass in 2023. But first, a little update. So a couple of days ago, I had the privilege of running one of my favorite masterclasses. It's called Design and Amplify Your Epic Life in 2023. I had over 43 women show up for this fantastic event. That tells me that these 43 women were women who are ready to step up to the next level of success when it comes to building and living out their most epic life. I had so much fun listening to all of their goals, their reflections on this past 12 months. Then we got really down and dirty with what their 2023 looks like. I helped them identify their big vision for 2023. I helped them create a step-by-step plan on how to actually achieve that goal. And then, of course, I gave them the secret sauce to achieving it all. I helped them all upgrade their mindset by walking them through a very powerful hypnosis training, along with doing a little timeline therapy when it comes to imprinting and inserting their goals into their timeline. I had so much fun doing it. Literally, I was standing up, blowing into the Zoom camera. I was in it, they were in it, and I cannot wait to hear all of the transformation that comes from just that one single masterclass. So if you missed it, I'm sorry. You'll have to wait again until we do it again. And that class is called the Design and Amplify Your Epic Life. And it was a completely free 90-minute masterclass helping women achieve their goals. Because as you know, one of my goals and mission for the next 12 months is to empower 1 million women. I want to help them boss up their bodies, their lives, and their bank accounts through my speaking engagements, through my coaching programs, through my Facebook Lives, through my email newsletter. It doesn't matter. I am on a mission, and there's no stopping a woman on a mission. So feel free to, go to the Healthy Hustle. So many amazing ladies decided, after their class, they went on and they were encouraged to go and share their testimonial about, what they got out of the masterclass, how much fun they had with it. And so if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration or just want a little positivity in your life, feel free to hop on over to the Healthy Hustle Facebook community and just go to the search bar and hit Epic Life. And I'm sure there'll be so many, testimonials in there for you to read. So here we go. My proven success framework for building your beautiful, healthy body, life, and business in the next 12 months. #1, the biggest thing that you need to do, ladies, and the biggest thing that I do every single day is I work on upgrading my mindset. Your thoughts and your beliefs create your life. You choose the thoughts, and you have the power to change those beliefs that don't serve you into ones that do, right? Therefore, you have absolute control over your ultimate destiny. That's pretty cool. It's pretty powerful knowing that if there's any part of your life that you're not absolutely in love with, you get to change it. But it all starts with your thoughts. It all starts with upgrading your belief system. So I want you, if you're looking to like update your own mindset, right, if you will, here's like some simple 5 tips to help you do that. Okay. And as you go through this process, there is absolutely one rule that you must follow. The rule is that you must ignore the how. Knowing the how to manifest your desires into reality is not anything that you need to even consider yourself thinking about, right? So you have to surrender the how. Okay, because most women who are looking to upgrade their mindset are looking to upgrade their life. And most women get stuck in all the hows, right? Like, this is what I want for me, but I don't know how to get there. And they get very overwhelmed. They get stressed out with all the hows. So I want to remind you that the hows have absolutely nothing to do with you. Okay. All right. So here's some 5 tips to help you upgrade your mindset. Number 1 is you've got to get clarity on what you want your life to look like. It's your job to sit and think about, what do I want my life to look like? What do I want my health to look like? What do I want my business to do this year? What do I want my relationships to feel like? How much fun do I want to be having? You need to get very crystal clear on what it is that you want. Okay. After you're crystal clear on what you want, then you need to build out the movie. And what I love about this process is it allows you to just sit and dream. I always ask my clients, I'm like, if I could wave the magic wand, what would you want your dream life to look like? Right? How does that feel when you're walking across stage and there's thousands of women screaming your name, saying, yeah, 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 you know, like welcoming you on? How does it feel when you've hit your first 100,000 K in a year? How does it feel when you finally reach your ideal weight and you feel fantastic in your body, like you have so much energy? So I want you to build the mind movie, every little detail. Just imagine, right, that moment that has happened for you. And you're like, oh, yes, right? You can see all of it in like living color. So I always ask you to just write down, it's almost like a movie, right? Write out the script, figure out what are all the little details that you need to then start to remember. So once you have clarity on where you want to go, and then once you build out the mind movie, right? Because now you have details on paper, you're going to start to meditate on that daily. So this is step number 3, is I want you to take 10 or 15 minutes every single day. I know at first that's going to seem crazy, but you tend to focus on everything that you don't want, or the things that have happened in the past, or things that you have absolutely no control over that, you know, bring you anxiety. Okay, so again, none of that is important here. What you do need to really focus in on more throughout your day is what you want your life to look and feel like. So that's why I schedule 15 to 20 minutes every day to meditate on my dream life. Okay, I just sit there and think about all those details of my mind movie. I can imagine myself stepping out of my private jet onto the red carpet, getting greeted with a glass of champagne, having someone put my fur coat over my shoulders. I can start to think of that because I have practiced it and I've written down all the details. And then it's my job to meditate on that daily. Okay, just start thinking about your dream life and what that looks like all the time, every day. And then the 4th step is that you need to walk the walk. Okay, this is where women sometimes forget to like continue the process, right? So they come out of meditation and they go back to thinking and doing their old patterns and behaviors, right? They go back to, if you're trying to be at this healthiest version of you, right? They come out of meditation and an hour later they're eating a brownie, or they're cracking open the next Pepsi. Okay, the walk, the talk is exactly that. So if you want to be a woman who lives her healthiest life ever in 2023, you've got to start doing the things that that woman would do. You've got to start going to the gym. You've got to start investing in your health. You've maybe got to hire a health coach. You've got to get your meal plan. You've got to eat clean. You've got to put good things into your body. You've got to get sleep. Okay, so start walking the walk, talk the talk. Do what and be who you want to become. Okay. Then all of a sudden you're going to wake up and be like, wow, it's really easy for me to like do this thing called healthy living. And then the 5th and final step to this process is to surrender the how. Remember, your ultimate desires come to pass with a complete set of faith. All right. I have faith written on my wrist to always remind me to have faith in my dreams, have faith that it's all going to work out. Okay. So instead of thinking of how it's not going to work out, I'm always like, oh my God, I can't wait for this to work out for me. Like I'm getting ready to move and I don't know where yet because, my husband hasn't officially got the family set of orders, but I still have faith that it's going to be somewhere epic. I'm still having faith that everything is going to work itself out for me. Okay. So there it is. You've got to get clarity. You've got to build a mind movie. You've got to meditate and practice, right? That mentally, it's like doing a mental rep in your head. Then you've got to walk the walk, talk the talk, and then surrender, the how, right? God will deliver you everything you need in the perfect divine time. Okay. So after you've upgraded your mindset, we're on number 2, right? Another thing that I do, part of this framework, is that I have to take ownership of where I am and where I want to go and what I need to do. Okay. So 12 years ago, when I was 213 pounds, depressed, hated my life, drank it away, numbed it out with food, like I was in a different place. And I was making excuses and I was blaming everything for everything that I had, right? I was like, oh, I'm overweight and obese. Well, it's because I had babies. Like so did half the other, moms in this world, and they're not obese. So I had to step up and take ownership of where I was. I had to say, Karissa, the doctor's right. You are going to die if you don't change your life. Then I had to take ownership of where I was. And I would say, okay, right? I am an overeater. I eat like every time I'm feeling any kind of emotion. I don't move my body. I smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I take antidepressants. I had to get real with where I was at, with where my reality was. And then I had to get real and take ownership of what I needed to do. Okay. This is a very, very powerful step in this framework, as you've got to take ownership of where you want to go. You have to. All right. Number 3, you have to figure out your why. You have to figure out why your goals and dreams are so incredibly important to you. And I'm not just talking surface level why. Let me give you an example. 12 years ago, sitting on the couch, having that major life epiphany, had I said, Karissa, why do you want to lose 100 pounds? Why do you want, to be healthier? Why is this important to you? Why are you crying over this? If I would have stopped at I just want to look and feel better, it would have never allowed me to stay motivated to complete that journey of losing 100 pounds. I had to really dig deep. I had to ask myself, okay, but why do I want to feel good? And then I wrote down, I was like, well, I want to feel good because I want a better relationship with my husband, right? I want better intimacy. I say, okay, well, why do you want to, feel good in your body and have more energy for your kids? I wanted to live for them. I wanted to be able to play with them. I didn't want to be the lazy mom. I didn't want to be the unsexy wife. I didn't want to die. At the end of the day, I got all the way down that why ladder and I realized I didn't want to die. I didn't want to be like my mom, just surviving life. That was my why. That was the moment that I was like, damn, okay, right? Let's do this. So you have to figure out your real why. When I was 2019, let me give you a different example of your why, right? It was 2019. I had just gotten divorced. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. Like I had 0 health insurance. COVID hit. I was like, oh my God. My rent, my lease was up on my rent or my apartment that I had to move into, like this tiny little 900 square foot apartment with 2 kids. Like I went from a house on the lake with all the awesome stuff back down to square one. It's like being a teenager again, living on my own. I kind of started to feel like a failure. I was like, maybe I should go out and get a job because I just left my corporate job too, right? To pursue my passion as a coach. So when I had that moment when they were like, are you renewing your lease? And if not, you've got to go. And I'm like, wow, I've made like $10,000 in my business. I'm not going to make it, but like, maybe I should just go and work for somebody else. And instead I remembered my why. I said, Karissa, you left your corporate job, not because you hated it, but because you knew you were meant for more. You knew you were here on this earth to help women thrive. Thank God I reminded myself of that so many days in business. Did I think, Karissa, you're meant for more? You are here to do great things for women. You are here to help women find their voice and their power. Stick to the plan. You can do this. You got this. And here I am running a multi-six-figure growing company. It feels fantastic. So ladies, you have to figure out your why, okay? The fourth tip here is to you like really stepping into your most powerful self this year is you have to make a list of things, of all the things that you could be doing. Okay. So back in the day when I was getting ready to lose all this weight, I sat down and I made a list of everything that I could or should or needed to do. Okay. And then I looked at this list, 50 page, 50 items long. And I was like, wow, this feels super overwhelming. And I'm like, okay, don't get overwhelmed. Don't get stuck in that suck, right? But I had to first make the list of all the things that I could be doing. This allowed me to have awareness that I was in control, that I could do anything, that I knew what I needed to do in order to lose the weight. I knew what I needed to do to grow a business. I had to make a list, right? I had to get myself out of the overwhelm and back into control. So then looking at that list, tip number 5 is that I committed to 2 habits. I committed to just doing 2 things on that list so consistent that I became a master at it. I chose back in the day to move my body every single day, and I chose to eat less food. I chose to just go from 3 plates to 1 plate at each sitting, and that alone helped me lose weight. Okay. So if you're in business and you're like, Karissa, like what could I do out of this long ass list? I want you to pick the 2 things that would really help you grow your business. The 2 things, maybe it's networking events, maybe it's sales calls, maybe it's outreach, maybe it's figuring out your coaching program. It doesn't matter what it is. Figure out the 2 things that you need to do that are going to be the major needle movers in your life, your business, and your health, and do it. The 6th part of this framework is then you need to schedule those habits, right? Schedule those things into your calendar each and every day. I scheduled my workouts. I scheduled my eating plan. I scheduled my meal prepping. I scheduled planning my meals for the week. On the business side, I scheduled my sales calls. I scheduled my content marketing plans. I scheduled my admin tasks. I scheduled my coaching calls. It's so easy for us to do this in business, and yet we completely neglect our own self on our calendar. So I want you to schedule those priorities, those habits that you're going to commit to that are going to lead you to the biggest success of your life. Number 7 is to create your support system. Okay. So in order for you to achieve and excel, you need a support system. You do not need to be doing life, health, or business alone. It's lonely. When you think your problems are only yours to solve, you're lying to yourself. So I want you to sit and think about, who can I have in my back pocket that is my support system? Who do I need support from? So 12 years ago, when I was changing my life, I was like, Karissa, this whole taking your kids to the gym sucks. Okay. The playroom sucked. Like they were constantly crying. They were little. They were like, Mom, get me out of here. As I'm like trying to sweat and stay focused in on, on just keep going. Right. And so I said, okay, I need someone to watch my kids. So I set up like daycare swaps. I said, I'll watch your kids while you run errands. You watch my kids while I go to the gym, and boom, I made it happen. I created a support system for myself. The next thing that I did, so step number 8, is that I had to grab an accountability partner. Now, back in the day, I didn't have any extra money. I didn't have the funds to hire a trainer. I didn't have the funds to hire a coach or get a mentor. But I asked my mom if she would be my accountability partner. And she said, Karissa, I don't know a thing about losing weight, obviously, right? She was overweight herself. I had learned all of those amazing tools and strategies to gain weight from her. I said, doesn't matter, Mom. I just need to check in with you every day. And all I need you to do is ask if I showed up for me today. And so every day when I was in Germany, right, 7-8 hour difference, I would call my mom and I'd say, Mom, how are you? And she said, good. I'm really good, Karissa. Have you shown up for yourself today? And I said, yes, I did. I worked out and I'm eating cleaner, right? I'm eating less. And that's what I used. So if I want to encourage you, if you don't have an accountability partner or a support system, that's going to be critical for you to have success. And when you're finding an accountability partner, looking back at over 10 years, right? And I am an accountability partner for all of my clients. Every single day, I'm holding them accountable to their goals, their dreams, their visions. I send them messages. Yes, every single one of them get a message from me daily. How are you doing? How's the meal plan? How's the workouts? How's business? How's this? How's that? Right? How's your action steps? So when it comes to finding an accountability partner, what I didn't know back then and what I know now is that you need to find an accountability partner that is 10 times better than you, right? Find a coach, find a mentor that is already doing what you want to achieve. If you're starting out in business, or maybe you're a year in business and it's really frustrating and you're trying to put retreats on, you're trying to have 100K months, shit, you're just trying to have 5K months maybe, right? You're trying to speak on stages. Why don't you find a coach or a mentor that's already doing that? Don't hire someone that matches your comfort zone. Hire someone that is going to challenge you and pull you up and hold you to the highest version of you. That's what I am for my clients. Right? I meet them where they are and I bring them up. That is what a true accountability partner does. All right. So number 9, you know what? I'm actually going to switch 2 of these around. So number 9 is you need to surround yourself with people who love and like who love you. Okay. So you've got to find a community. So if you're constantly seeing negative, things from your social media feeds, if you're constantly going over to people's houses and they're like dragging you down and you leave and you're like, man, every time I hang out with that girlfriend of mine, like I always feel bad. That's a vampire. You need to surround yourself with positive vibing people. You need to surround yourself with a community who's got your back. Another one reason why I love my coaching programs is that they are group coaching programs. You have a sense of community. So even if you don't have any family that supports you, if your partner doesn't support you, if you're like, God, everyone on my social media feed always complains. The girls always complain that I go out with, right? These women have a sense of community within the community that I've built. They could literally, I see it all the time. Women will say, ladies, I'm having a bad day and I just want to eat all the cake. And everyone rallies together and says, you got this, girl, don't do it. Remember your why. They're remembering everything that I've taught them and they're supporting the other women in the group. How beautiful is that? Do you know how good it feels to know that I can go to my community and say, I'm struggling with this area in my life and everyone just pours in on it? It feels so good. So good. So surround yourself with people who you want to be like and who make you feel good. All right. And number 10, the very last, tip that I want to give you, the framework, if you will, is all about creating powerful affirmations. Okay. So an affirmation is usually a sentence of powerful words put together like a positive statement. And this statement is aimed to tap into your conscious and unconscious mind to motivate you, to challenge you, to push you to reach your full potential in life. Affirmations have the power to motivate you to act on certain things. They're there to help you to concentrate on achieving your goals in life. They're there to give you the power to change your negative thinking patterns and replace them with positive thinking patterns. They're there to assist you in assessing a new belief system. But above all, affirmations can reaffirm the positivity back into your life and help you regain and, increase your self-confidence. So for affirmations to truly work, you need to repeat the affirmation daily and truly believe in the words that you're saying. For an example, right? I will not compare myself to others. Now that is an affirmation that is targeted to boost your self-confidence and own your self-worth. But you need to believe in the statement and repeat it 3 to 5 times in order for you to start to shift your mindset and your belief system. So an affirmation that I personally read every single morning, it's this: I am a woman who earns $50,000 every single month. I live an incredible, epic life, and I walk in my queenship. Now that is an affirmation that I created based on what I want to start to believe and what I want to start to achieve. I've been reciting that affirmation for about a year now. And I'm telling you, I have had multiple months of 50K months. I've had multiple months of 100K months. and I am living my best life. I am walking in my queenship. I am the queen of my castle, and I love every bit of it. So I hope that just some of the strategies and the tools that have allowed me to really excel in all areas of life, not just with health and not just with business, but also my relationships. These are some of the best tools and strategies that I could give you moving into 2023. So I'm curious, if you're listening to this, which one is your favorite? Which part of that framework are you going to start to adapt and embrace? All right, ladies. So there are 3 resources that I can, that I want to offer you to help you reach your health and your wellness goals in 2023. So number 1 is you can join the Facebook community called The Healthy Hustle. This is a community for women who are looking to thrive in all areas of life, in health, in life, in business, in relationships. Okay. I'm constantly in there all the time, giving you live coaching, live coaching advice and trainings. I'm in there giving you free workouts and healthy recipes. I'm in there giving you tools and strategies just like this, but diving deeper into them. It's so cool knowing that I have this beautiful space that is dedicated to women who are ready to thrive. So if that's you, join the Healthy Hustle Facebook community today. The second resource I want to leave you with is that you can always get added to my email newsletter. I send out 2 emails per week. Monday is more of a motivational Monday, teaching you something, giving you value, right? Delivered straight to your inbox. And the Friday email is always something fun. It's maybe it's a podcast interview or a speaking engagement that I just got done doing, or an invitation to a free summit that you could attend. It's kind of like a fun Friday, okay? So that's the second resource. And the third resource is that I want to invite you to join my Burn the Pants 15 pounds in 45 days challenge. Now, if you're asking what this challenge is and who is it for, it's for the woman who's ready to finally break through her weight loss issues forever. It's for the woman who has always been emotionally eating her entire life, who's finally ready to have control over her body. It's for the woman who doesn't know why certain foods, or even which foods are making her have breakouts and her hair loss and her low, low immunity and her fluffy and bloatness. It's for the woman who's finally ready to burn the fat girl pants that she's been carrying for over, years, for a couple of years, who is finally ready to lose at least 15 pounds in the next 45 days. Now, if you're asking, Karissa, I only have 5 to 10 pounds to lose, not a problem. I'm going to say that that's going to be really easy for us to do. The reason why I settled on 15 pounds is because that's the average number that women will lose with me in the first 45 days of working with me in my coaching program. Okay. So I've had women literally lose 23 pounds. I've had women lose 30 pounds in 45 days. The sky is the limit. All right. So what does this challenge include? Well, it includes a 21-day mind and body reset cleanse. So we're first going to detox all the crap that's been in your body for the last 30 days from all the holiday eating and drinking and all the cookies and sugar. So we are going to detox all that crap out of your body. Okay. Then you're going to start your 4-week meal plan that we're going to give you. You're also then going to start working out, and we're going to give you access to the Fitness On Demand Vault, okay, which means it's 20-minute workouts. You can do them anytime, anywhere. Every fitness level is welcome. But the really cool part is you're going to get access to my Reclaim Your Best Life coaching program. So for 6 weeks, you get to join us on our weekly calls where we're talking all about balancing out our hormones, nutrition, fitness, mindset, self-sabotage, limiting beliefs. Like, you're going to get access to all of my lady coaches. I have a nutritionist, a fitness coach, a hormone specialist, and of course, the mindset is all me. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in and you're ready to burn the pants by the end of February, this challenge begins on January 9th. So we are going to want to get you onboarded ASAP. So all you have to do is book your BossUp Clarity call with me, and we will onboard you. And this challenge is going to be so much fun. Okay, so much fun. So if you're interested in it, definitely drop me a DM, send me an email, or just literally book the call with me. And we'd be happy to talk about what this challenge is, how you will be able to reach all of your goals through it, and then answer any questions that you have. So with that, ladies, I am the #1 mindset and health expert for impact-driven lady bosses and coaches. Impact-driven leaders hire me to help them boss up their bodies, their mindsets, and of course, their businesses. And if you are tired of playing small and you know you're meant for more, I want to encourage you to book that 15-minute Boss Up Clarity call with me. I want to see you step up into the greatest version of you in 2023. And I know that you're capable of reaching all of your goals and dreams. So with that, I hope you have a beautiful week. Tune in next week as I have another fantastic guest on the show.
Thank you for listening to Boss Up Babes with Karissa Adkins, bringing you tangible tips and expert coaching advice to help you boss up and get healthy. Tune in every second and fourth Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com for interviews with industry leaders and powerhouse boss babes that will empower you to take action and live your best life. If you're ready to boss up and work with Karissa in one of her transformative group coaching programs, visit 365dailyhustle.com.